Good morning. Welcome to Circle of Alchemy Sisters. I am Dedra. I'm here with my co-host, Kristi Lynn. We do not know, like usual, we do not know what's going to come out, but we figured that our personal experiences are going to be relevant to today's message and the collective that is possibly going through the same things.
So what I did receive... First of all, what I did receive is the fast forward momentum of which things are going to start happening, right? Mm-hmm. So like a pressure system, we're still in the year of the snake, right? We're still in the year of the snake. We have not hit the fire horse yet. So what has to happen before we hit the fire horse is all of our triggers that can't go with us into the fire horse energy, right? So I was watching a YouTube video this morning. Erin Lyons, she's a Galactic channel, and she was talking about you can't go into the next vibrational level if you don't have enough room to carry that next vibrational level. So when we go through these things that are triggering us and affecting us and stressing us out, it's really how are we going to handle this situation? Are we going to react in our old ways and contract out of fear and get scared? Or are we going to go into the next level of our deeper vibration and expand these things? So whatever is coming up for you, instead of choosing that fear and that contraction, what we do need to do is sort of open up and expand so that we can handle the things that are coming at us. Because the fire horse is momentum, right? But if our energy systems, our nervous systems are not calculated to hold this expansion that's coming, that's when we're going to fumble. That's when we're going to maybe lose things. You know, they're always going to come back around in cycles. But this is the new beginning of the fire horse. So right now, it's when we're trying to get out all the things that are holding us back from moving in this fast forward motion into the next level of consciousness.
So we're still in the process of shedding our skins.
Absolutely. It's like the final push, right? February 17th is the official start of the fire horse, and it's also the eclipse, right? And I think it's also a new moon. So it's a lot of things on that day that are happening, and the energy is just going to start moving fast, right? So let's take what we have. Like, I don't know about you, but I was telling my girlfriend this yesterday, like, I can feel my future. I can feel it, right? It's a vibration. And when I tune in to my future, I can feel exactly what it's going to feel like to do all these things that I've been manifesting. And if it was not real, and if it was not actually just a vibration out there that I have to get to, how would I be able to feel it? It's reality. Mm-hmm. It's there. It's sitting there. And once I elevate myself into the place where that vibration just boom, clicks, that's when the fire horse is going to take over and all that energy. But I have to make sure that I am in the vibration to carry what that fire horse is bringing for me. So the fact that I can tune in, I can literally feel my future. I think about my business. I think about all these things that I'm trying to create, these goddess circles and this, all this creation, right? I can literally see it in my mind functioning as a business, healing people, seeing people walk in the door, seeing people drink my coffee. I can see all of these things and I can feel the feelings, so I know that it's real. So if you, that's like, if you are tuning in and you can feel your future, know that that's real. That's a real future that you are literally feeling coming at you. You just have to make sure that you are doing all the things that your team, your higher self, your programming in life is bringing to you, so you can let go of that shedding of all the things that are not going to be valuable to you in the year of the fire horse. We have about a month to go, 2 or 3 weeks to go. So do you feel that? Are you relating to that?
Yes. I remember a conversation that we had maybe a few weeks ago, and we were kind of checking in on each other, and I remember relaying to you that I could literally feel change coming. I could feel all these good things coming, and I see it happening. I see movement towards that, the vision that my husband and I have been creating for over a year now, and to see things already coming into fruition. Our visions, our goals are already starting to get checked off the list, and then just feeling amazing things happening, feeling the growth, feeling the expansion, the transformation, the aligned customers with us. I mean, it's already happening for us. So it's been an amazing feeling, and it's just really beautiful to know that it's not just a fairy tale, it's not an illusion, it is something real and tangible, and it's already happening.
Yeah, and that's what I was talking to our friend Sam about the other day. We were texting back and forth. We had just had this goddess ceremony, and we had such a beautiful time, and we were texting back and forth and just saying, is this real? Is this real? Is this really happening? Is this this is a tangible, this is a real thing that we can actually do? It's not just a dream anymore, you know? It started as when I moved here, I had this dream, I had this vision. I was going to build a team, and we were going to create this thing that people could come to, and they could heal in all sorts of ways, you know. And it's literally happening. It's not just my dream anymore. And that's the other thing that you have to do, is you have to look back, and you have to say, look how far we've come. This tiny little thing was just a thought inside of our minds, and now it is literally happening in front of us. And give yourself the credit that you deserve for using the tools that have been put in place for you, right? You're following the steps that your team is putting in front of you. You're not running away. You're not getting enveloped in the fear. You're saying yes, I can create my future. I can do all of these beautiful things. Manifestation. You're manifesting all the time. What do you want to manifest? Instead of just letting your programmed emotions and your trauma create your future, you can take control, and you can release all of those things that you don't deserve to carry with you anymore. And now you're creating from this healed place. And we talked about this before. It doesn't happen how you and your human mind think that it's going to happen. So sometimes it's hard to recognize. So that's another thing that we have to be, is completely aware of really what is going on around us. What things are you manifesting? And what things can you say oh, this is my manifestation, but it's not how I thought it was going to be, so I didn't even think of it as that. And you want to tell your personal story about this?
Yes, I would love to. So we just went on a business trip last week to Orlando, Florida. And I'm sitting in the truck, and I'm doing journaling, and I'm having some time to myself. And a thought comes to my mind. I've manifested getting paid to travel. And literally, I'm getting paid to travel. We have 14 events this year in 9 different states. And if that's not getting paid to travel, I don't know what is. I mean, in my mind, I had envisioned flying on an airplane and visiting all these beautiful countries and stuff, and, flying first class, this extravagant, vision. And so when this thought comes to me, I'm like, it's not how I envisioned, but I'm literally getting paid to travel to these places.
These tiny little bonuses on the way there. You said your hotel got upgraded.
Yes.
So you had a balcony in front of the ocean.
Yes. We had a bay view room, which would have been just if you have ever been to Florida, they have a bay that travel in and out of the ocean, and then they have the ocean view. So they upgraded us from the bay view to the ocean view with a balcony. Yeah. And it was beautiful, and I wasn't expecting it. I mean, I wasn't even on my mind she has a term. Oh my God. Front desk clerk. Yes. where did this go? Okay, so she's like, I have a room that I'm going to upgrade you to, and I'm like, wow, that's so nice.
That's so nice.
I'm like, thank you so much. She was Russian, and we were complimenting her on her accent. She was so cute.
I could listen to you talk forever.
I literally told her that. I'm like, I love your voice. Mm-hmm. I'm like, I don't want to offend you or anything, but you just sound so pretty.
You sound so pretty.
She was such a cute girl.
Okay, so that is that's like the perfect opportunity for us to look and see, like, okay, it wasn't what I was manifesting on a human level, but here I am doing exactly what I've been manifesting. So it's very beautiful.
Yes.
I pulled some cards as we were talking. And the first card I pulled was Enlightenment, Forest Temple. The second one is Reclaim Your Power, and we have
Power
again. Right underneath it. And then we have the Waiting Game and the Heart Chakra right underneath that. And then we have New Beginnings. So I feel like this is like step by step what's happening right now, right? We're becoming enlightened. We're expanding our views. We're expanding our minds. We're expanding our hearts. We're understanding that vibrations and frequency are the new ways of life, right? We're understanding that the vibration and the frequency I carry within my own body is the vibration and the frequency that the outside world, the universe, is going to match for me. So being highly aware of our choices in life. We always have choices, right? We can choose to react the same way that we always react, or we can choose to behave in a way that may feel uncomfortable for us, but is a new way of behaving that probably isn't going to allow you to repeat the same cycles that you're repeating over and over and over again. It's our egos, when our egos are inflamed and sort of triggered, not letting that we're feeling emotionally overcome, we're feeling triggered, not letting us control our reactions anymore, but allowing the expansion and this beautiful heart chakra activation that's been going on. We channeled it in couple episodes before. We channeled about 3i Atlas. We've been channeling about light coming and activating people and the shedding of all of the things that you can't take with you into the new earth, right? This is what's happening on an intensified level right now, because all of the people who have chosen to really explode into the year of the fire horse, right? Like this is the new earth. This is new. We're going forward. It's not going to be the same anymore. And if you're going into that new place, you can't carry all the stuff from the old place with you.
Absolutely.
So whatever your triggers are right now, stop reacting the same way you always have and start disconnecting yourself from the energy that isn't meant for you anymore. And a lot of that is control. A lot of it is control. I see that you're a little triggered right now.
I knew that some of our personal experiences were going to come out, and I see it clearly now.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad that this can help you in your personal life, honestly, because that's what we're here to do, right? We don't want to become comfortable with how things have played out before. Like, oh, it's just, this is what's going to happen. I know it. I can predict it, right? If we start choosing different reactions, we can, it's all about disconnecting yourself from other people's decisions and emotions and things that their trauma is guiding them on. You are saying, I do not choose to repeat the same patterns, anymore. I'm going to make a different decision. And of course, I love this person and I will support this person. But there are some boundaries that have to be put in place in order for the cycle to stop for at least you, right? So we do have to work on boundaries. Boundaries are a big one, right? We just had the Capricorn new moon, and Capricorn, it was all about grounding. So making a stable, what we're doing is we're manifesting stability so that when this new fire horse energy comes in, we're already here, right? I had a realization the other day that I'm going to share, and I have been working on my root chakra. Like, I've been working on all of my chakras, but my root chakra and my sacral chakra and my intuition were the biggest ones that I had struggles with. So root chakra. And after this new moon Capricorn ceremony that we had, it came to me that I am now grounded in these energies. I am no longer searching for abundance outside of me. I'm rooted in abundance. I'm no longer searching for love and support on the outside of me. I'm now rooted in love and support. I don't have to look on the outside anymore. They are just now in me, right? And that's all the work that I have been putting in, trying to ground myself, trying to do all of the things that we get information from, really putting them into play. And it felt so powerful, reclaiming my power, right? I had an unstable root system, and I completely dismantled it and rebuilt it based on my now healing journey. So no longer am I searching for all of these things to make my root chakra stable. I just now exist in it. They are part of me. And I have goosebumps as I'm talking about it. So rebuilding ourselves and creating this new evolved human is what we're doing right now, so that the energy that is coming for us, we're able to handle, we're able to hold. We have we have missions here, like, we're not just humans here to learn things. We're here to create an energy that is bigger than us, right? We're here to bring light. We're here to anchor in light. And part of anchoring in that light and being the light is, yes, healing, but also being energized by all of the passions that we have, that we get to live out on a daily basis. Right? Absolutely. That's the power of the fire horse. We get to live within our passions, but we can't live within our passions if we are still holding all of this energy from this old life. This is your old life. This is who you were. This is who society created. This is who your parents created. This is who you created under all these false pretenses. And once we finally have the confidence to say, no, that's not who I am. This is who I am. And then dismantle that whole entire system. And yes, it is going to fuck your world up, right? You do not go through a spiritual awakening. You do not reclaim your power and step into your power without completely dismantling the old life that had you locked in chains, right? Your life is going to be dismantled, but then you get to rebuild it based on your own root chakra system, the things that are valuable to me, the things that are important to me, the things that I've been searching for, I now just exist as them. I'm no longer looking for stability and security. I am stability. I am security. I am abundance. I am passion. All of those things that I'm searching for, they're just within me now.
Yes, sister.
Yes, you feel it?
Absolutely.
Yeah, good channels coming through today. Okay, so the next card we have is the waiting game, and that's literally what we're doing right now. It is a waiting game, right? We are shedding, and the universe is giving us messages after messages, signals after signals, triggers after triggers, to just allow you to see these tiny little things and say, these are it. These are the things that I cannot carry with me into the fire horse. We're aware that in 3 weeks, the energy of the fire horse is going to begin, and we have to be able to keep up with it. Horses are fast and it is on fire, right? So it's going to be very fast, intense movement. So we have to be prepared. And that preparement is, I don't want to carry these things around with me anymore. I don't want to have these responsibilities that I've taken on over and over and over again. They're not mine. They're not my responsibilities. It's not my life. I can't control it. I'm going to stay in my lane. I'm going to work on me. When I'm working on me, the reflections of people on the outside of me are going to start changing, right? The Man in the Mirror, Michael Jackson. That song has never been more true. The more we change our inner selves, the more we reprogram our bodies, our minds, our souls, the more the outside of the outside world will reflect that energy. The outside of the world is just a reflection of what is going on inside of us as humans. So listen to the Man in the Mirror, Michael Jackson song, and really take, let's start here. And then on the outside, we're also vibrating that energy to the outside. We are here as starseeds. We're here on a bigger mission, right? Our vibrations are intense. So if we're in a low vibration, a nervous and vibration, a fearful and vibration, we are more powerfully exerting that energy into the world. And we didn't come here to do that. We came here to exert light, but we cannot exert light until we have transmuted the darkness within us. And that goes into this question that you left off with last week.
Perfect. What is the purpose of having traumatic experiences on a soul contract level?
Okay. So that's what they're saying. In order to receive the light, you have to go through the darkness, right? And as powerful star seeds, as powerful light bearers, as powerful warriors, right? In order for you to do what you came here to do, you have to go through the darkness. And most of you choose to get through the darkness sooner than later. So lots of star seeds, lots of light warriors, lots of whatever we call ourselves, right? We all have traumatic pasts. All of us have. You won't find a star seed that doesn't have a traumatic past, right? And it's mostly childhood, right? We came here to fight through all of these things, then wake up and heal ourselves so that we can transmute that energy and become the light warrior that we really are. So in order to receive the light, you must first transmute the dark. You have to. That's balance, right? The earth, very polar, right? Very physical, very black, very white. So you have to transmute the darkness in order to receive the light. Mm-hmm. If you had not gone through darkness, how would you even know what light is? You're not going to take the ocean. If you've never seen the ocean, you don't know how beautiful it is, and you don't know how much power it has, and you were talking about the ocean. You're never going to miss out on a chance to respect the ocean or celebrate the ocean. You're never going to take it for granted. Mm-hmm. But if you had never seen the ocean, you would not know what that ocean did to you on the inside to transmute your energy.
You're absolutely correct. Yeah, absolutely.
That wasn't me. I don't know who I'm channeling, but it's someone. Someone is here, so hopefully they'll come through and let me know who they are. I was watching videos on the Galactic Federation before I came here. I was watching Elizabeth April. So I did tell my girlfriend, I think I might channel the Galactic Federation today. So we'll see if they come through anymore.
Yeah.
So they're saying it's the waiting game right now. Take advantage of the slowness, of the stillness, of the hibernation to process through all of the things that you cannot carry. And they're saying, imagine your horse's saddle. You have to saddle this fire horse. How much can you pack in it? Right? You don't want to pack all the bad stuff. You want to pack all your good stuff. You want to pack all the stuff that's going to carry you into your next journey. You don't want to pack the stuff that's useless and worthless anymore. You're going to let all of that go. So what are you packing your fire horse saddle with? That's such a good one. That's such a good one. What are you packing your saddle with? Yeah, we're going into a new energy, the golden age, we're moving into this Aquarian age. It is time to release all of, and clean your purse out, clean your saddle out.
Hell yeah. I started,
get all the crumbs out.
I'm finishing up my last bit of skin. Yeah. I'm finishing it. So I think a lot of us parents, I'm going to share what this morning's experience was for me. I think a lot of parents can relate that they think that they know best. And that that their decisions, what they would choose to do, is the best way to go. So, like for my daughter, she used to have a cycle, and I'm hoping used to have a cycle of kind of letting laziness get in the way and not showing up to work, calling in, and she's been out of work for a year, and then this year she finally got a job, and she's searching for 2 at the moment. Well, she didn't go to work this morning, and so I felt the urge to message her and hound her, ask her
because
why.
This is your old cycle.
This
repeating.
is my old cycle.
This is how you used to behave when these things happen.
Absolutely, and I knew that that's how I would have handled it before. So I didn't say anything. I didn't ask her any questions about work. I'm like, no, I'm choosing different. And then I went to my journal. I sat here and wrote all the things that I do not want anymore. I do not want her decisions, behaviors, choices to affect me. I no longer want to carry the burden of her path and her choices on me. And so I'm writing all this down, and I'm like, and I knew that the old me would have been like upset and messaging her, sending her all that horrible energy, but I didn't. And so I'm working through this with myself because I don't want to be affected by it anymore. I don't want her path to affect me, her choices, her behaviors, her endless cycles to be to get stuck in that. I don't want that energy. Mm-hmm. I don't want to care anymore. I literally wish I did not care anymore. And so I'm writing it all down, and I burnt it outside this morning. And then I'm sitting up here before you get here, and I'm literally crying. I'm crying because I'm like, why can I not let go? Why is it not leaving? Why am I not letting it go? And I'm like, all I kept asking was, I need help. I need you. I need help. Help me let go. And but I do know that I have already made progress because I didn't repeat my cycle. I'm just trying to get it out of my system now. Mm-hmm. And that's really hard.
Yeah. Detachment, not being affected by other people's choices and decisions is detachment. And it is one of the hardest lessons to learn when you enter into this evolved way of growing and evolving, detaching, like whatever that person does over there is their path and their journey. And although it probably has something to do with the repeated cycles and traumas that maybe you as a mother imprinted on her, which is the hardest part. Like, I want to help her fight these cycles because I know that partly they are my fault, but you have to know that your journey is your journey and her journey is her journey, and you cannot carry the baby and expect it to learn how to walk. Right?
Yes.
So even though we still love our children, we love them and we support them, but we do not have to be directly affected by their decisions, their path, and it's very hard. And I do not want to make light of your situation at all, right? Because it is a very, very, it's a line that's, you don't want to hurt someone, you don't want to trigger someone, but you also don't want to be hurt and don't want to be triggered. So it's boundaries. Boundaries are a big one, so you're gonna have to come up with some boundaries, I guess, and work on detachment. Detachment is the big one. So it's just study, read about it, learn what detachment looks like on a dictionary level, and then look into your life and see how it can work in your life. Detachment. And that's a lesson for everybody, okay? Because I was a person who, it comes with codependency. Like, I was a very codependent person. That is something that I have struggled with, and I'm really learning to not carry that energy with me. And detaching myself from people really did help me stand in my power and understand that these feelings that I'm carrying are now strictly just my feelings. Because once I'm detached from people and I'm not letting their emotions and their decisions affect me, the feelings that I'm having are only just mine, so I can deal with them. But when we are attached to people, energetically corded to them, which is what being, not detached from them is, we're attached to them with a cord. Their decisions and emotions will affect us. So learning how to cut that cord and be detached.
You just said it. Cut the cord. I need to do a cord cutting ceremony. Yeah.
That's a good idea. And it's not that you don't love and support your daughter. It's that you love and support her enough to stop allowing the cycles to repeat. I'm going to do my part in this. And as a light worker, as a new earth leader, as what star seed, it's our job to be leaders. So we lead people by example. This is the example that you're setting. What is she going to absorb from it? Is she going to repeat cycles and get angry? Or is she also going to evolve in a more conscious manner and understand and see the bigger picture? We all have choices.
Yes.
It's always a choice whether we're going to behave in one way or we're going to behave in another way, but it is always your choice. The triggers are always your choice, and always, that's a tower moment. It was a tower moment that you were handed, and you did not react in the same way that you have always reacted in the past. You handled it in a different manner. It could have been that you reacted in the same way, and now you're fighting with your daughter.
Yeah.
That energy had been created, right?
Yeah.
But that energy was not created because you reacted differently when you were handed the tower moment.
I'm actually really proud of myself.
There you go.
I'm responsible for my own energy, my own feelings, my own emotions, instead of attacking her with all of my feelings and emotions. So honestly, I think I did. I passed it, and now I just need to work on myself. Releasing,
detaching. Cord cutting ceremony will help for sure. Yeah. And then the next card we have is New Beginnings, right after the waiting game. So that's what we've been talking about, the fire horse, the new beginning, right? Some of us have already started, okay? Some of us have entered into the new cycles that are going to start, and we're literally just sitting here like waiting, like, okay, I know that I've begun this new cycle. I feel that I'm in this new cycle. I don't know where it's going to go, and I don't know when it's going to take off, but I can definitely feel that something is going to happen. So we're just sitting here waiting and going like, oh, there's a tiny little trigger that's coming up. So yeah, I'll work on that, right? It's not always such these. If you're a dedicated new earther and you're really paying attention to your triggers and you're really releasing things and you're really shedding all of that snake skin, right? Then these last pushes are just like tiny little things like, oh, that doesn't feel good. I'm just gonna erase that. Right? And a lot of it is a choice. And I go back to what I said last week about like living with a high consciousness person. Like I have been manifesting a teacher in my life. I have been in this relationship that I was manifesting for myself. It was a teacher, and it was a guide, and it was, all of these things. So when she comes into the picture and she has this very high consciousness advice for me when I'm in my human state, instead of me saying, no, I'm the teacher, I go back to, I manifested a teacher in my life. And the things that she's bringing through are definitely high consciousness advice. So instead of my ego being triggered, I'm going to say, I manifested this. She is giving me beautiful advice. It's all a choice. It's right. Choices. I can react in the same way and be like, you don't know anything. You haven't been doing this for a long time. You're new. But I said, she's right. She's right. And I really take into consideration what she's saying, what the person is saying. You know, it's a choice. We all have choices. And I feel like you deal with these choices a lot because you really do not like to receive direction from your spouse.
Yes, you're correct. But I did not manifest a teacher, but I was sitting here thinking,
you didn't manifest a leader and a guide. That's what we want in partners. We want leaders, right? You don't want a leader?
But I don't think it was consciously. I can't say.
Consciously?
Yes. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
I did not do that.
Okay.
Whenever he came into my life, I wasn't thinking about anything other than I am no longer going to attract the same type of men that I have been attracting. And he was everything that I was never looking for. He broke the cycle. But I don't think that I was really I wasn't as aware, self-aware, and knowledgeable, and all about manifesting and all that. This is the journey that I have taken with you since you've entered my life. Have brought all these magical tools, and So no, but I think on maybe a subconscious level, maybe I kind of was. I wanted a protector, and he is very much a protector. Somebody who wasn't going to harm me, but protect me from harm, and he's very much that. Every empath needs a protector, and he does.
Yeah. And also he is on his own journey of discovery and his own journey of healing and his own journey of connection. So we do have to understand that even though you are the one who brought higher consciousness into his life, he is also open to higher consciousness, which means he is receiving messages from higher consciousness. So your dark goddess that's triggered with a man saying something and telling you, you have to keep
is that what it is?
Under wraps.
The dark goddess?
Oh yeah, for
doesn't like the men coming and telling.
No.
But it's very much divine guidance. But it's like I'm not receiving it.
That's why we also have to have the balance between the light goddess and the dark goddess.
Well,
right?
she overworks in certain areas.
Yes,
that I'm not aware of.
She's into play that you're not aware of, but. As much as I love the dark goddess, she's a big, huge player in my life. I love the dark goddess. I do know that the dark goddess carries ego with her. She does carry a little bit of ego, okay?
It's funny because the most egotistical thing that I've done lately was throw in his face. See, I told you I was right.
Especially up against a man.
Yeah.
The dark goddess, even though she accepts men, she does not want to be told what to do by a man. She doesn't want to be ruled by him. That's the dark goddess, right? The light goddess also does not like those things, but she has managed to... We have to learn how to balance the light and the dark. And our ego has to be put into submission. Not ruling us anymore, but just there to... teach us how we're feeling in that moment.
I felt pretty bad after I did that. Because I'm like, oh, that was kind of shitty. I shouldn't have done that to him. But, because it hurt his feelings.
Did you apologize?
No. But I did think to myself, I won't do it again.
I thought to myself, I won't do it again. Fuck his feelings.
I mean, I was pretty proud of myself. I knew I was right.
Look. New beginnings. I just flipped it. I just flipped another pile over. It's not even the same pile. New beginnings. Multifaceted. The courageous peony. Multifaceted, unique nature. Let yourself be seen. Coming out and being who you authentically are and not being scared that people are going to judge you anymore, right? And it's like even with our clothing, our hair, like I've always wanted to dress like this, but oh my gosh, I would never, because what would people think? My teenage daughter just is going through this. She just told me the other day, she's like, Mom, I just finally said, I don't care what other people think. She's like, and that's why I started dressing this way, like in all these crazy fabrics and, different colors and different layers, just expressing herself.
I love that you brought her up. And I'll let you finish.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
Because I never looked more homeless than I did over the weekend. I mean, I was in sweatpants and like sweatshirts, hoodies and stuff, and I'm going into public places. And I took like notice of like what I was wearing. I'm like, you really had taken me out, and I have never looked more homeless in my life. Usually I won't leave the house unless I'm dressed and looking nice. Like I feel like I look, you know, presentable, respectful, and I feel sexy or attractive, whatever I'm wearing. I have never felt like I looked more low than I did this weekend. But I'm like, you know, I'm a fucking goddess and I look sexy no matter what I wear. And I'm like, and I don't give a fuck what anybody says. And I
love how you whispered fuck closer into the microphone.
I'm insinuating the word. I didn't. I'm like, you know, I'm waiting for somebody to say something to me. I'm waiting for somebody.
Nobody would.
No,
nobody did.
I was waiting, and nobody did. But I did get a look, and I looked at this old man, and I gave him like a look because he was staring at me, and I was like, please say something, because I was ready to approach him with love and light.
With love and light, of course. Yeah. So, yeah, my daughter has now been putting together these wild outfits. You know, we go thrifting. We don't normally buy new clothes. Like, all of our clothes are normally thrifted. We love thrifting. It's our hobby. And she finds so many good things, you know? And she matches colors, and she puts belts on, and she's just so creative. And she finally just said, fuck it, I don't care. I don't care what people think about me. I'm going to dress the way that I feel inside, you know, and put that on the outside. And you'll notice that people do stare at you. People are going to stare at you. When you are a person who carries a high vibration, it doesn't matter what you're wearing and what you look like. People are going to stare at you. But I like to be stared at when I look good. I've learned that people do stare at us everywhere we go. Me, my girlfriend, and my daughter. People stare at us no matter where we go. So I do have, I like to be a little more presentable. People.
Yeah, that was definitely a change for me. And because my hair was like, I mean, I hadn't showered, and I'm like, trust me, you would not know. But I'm like, you know what? I don't care. I got out proudly. We went into Buc-ee's, and I'm like,
I love Buc-ee's. But, you know, the good thing is that people are on road trips a lot when they go to Buc-ee's, and everybody looks like you.
What they didn't that day. But I'm like, you know, I'm comfortable. I am dressed comfortable. I am being me, and I don't care.
I don't care. Okay. So I'm over here uncovering cards. We got fire. So yeah. Okay. I'm just gonna quiet my mind and see what is going to be brought through next. Okay, so what I'm hearing is beautiful, loving, kind, compassionate. I also am feeling sort of the Lyran energy right now. And Lyrans are very powerful. They do activate sort of the red color in my mind. And they are very loyal, loving, compassionate, but they are leaders. They are like royalty, right? So they're bringing through the energy of like sitting in your throne, but not offending your kingdom. Right? And they're saying standing in your power and developing these skills is not about always proving to people who you are and what will happen if they interact with us, but it is learning to be so secure within yourself that you do not even notice the looks. You do not notice the stares. You are so confident within your energy. You are existing in this place of confidence and compassion that you know when people are staring at you, it is because they can see the light within you, and letting go of the insecurities that people are staring at you because you quote unquote look homeless, and they're saying they do not want to offend those that are unfortunate in the ways of homes, but they are saying not giving a quote unquote fuck is not about wanting to engage in lower dimensional behavior with someone, but not giving a fuck enough to walk in love and light and understand that if someone is looking at you, if someone is staring at you, it is because they see the beauty within you. Your beauty does not start on the outside. It radiates from the inside. And they're saying, do you have any questions for us while we are here?
No.
Thank you for allowing us to come through. Thank you for doing what you do on a public platform, allowing people to transform and alchemize the energies that they have been dealt with versus the energies that they attain to obtain. Detachment from the lower vibrational energies does not mean that we do not care and love these people. It means that we are no longer going to allow our vibrational frequency to be affected by others, and that is how we lead from loyalty and compassion and strength. It is your inner power. It is standing in your power, not allowing the chaos on the outside of the world, because even though in our personal lives there are slight disagreements in vibration, that is only to reflect the difference of vibrations that are going on in the big world on the outside. So if we can learn not to be triggered by the little disturbances within our force field, personal force field, we will then learn to not be triggered when the bigger things, because not to instill fear in humanity, but you cannot move to a new level without some chaos erupting. So even though you are heading in to this year of the fire horse, know that the systems that have always been in place must completely collapse and crumble before they can too hold the bigger, stronger, wiser, expansive vibrations that are to come. So there is an opportunity here to learn how to not only detach from your personal experiences, but learn and practicing how to detach from the things that are going to start erupting in the outside world. Never paying attention or being affected by the words and the emotions and the actions of the so-called leaders that are going to start collapsing, and then the new beginnings and the new leaders will eventually step into their place on this earth. But the old systems have to dismantle first, and that is just like what is happening in your human body. Do you see the relevance? What is happening on the inside of you as humans is happening on the outside as the earth is spinning. So the reflection, make sure the reflection that what you see in yourself is what you want to see in the outside world. Thank you for allowing my energy to come through you. You are a clear channel. I appreciate your energy sharing abilities. Thank you. Have a beautiful day. Woo! Okay, that was fun. I have not channeled the Lyrans in a very long time. They feel really good. Do you have anything to share about that? Did they give you a whooping?
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty grateful for it, though.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. I hope they didn't offend you. I know that they said you're not supposed to care what people say about you or think about you because you're carrying such a high level of confidence. You know that they're looking at you because of your vibration and not carrying insecurities so that you're triggered that you think that they're looking at you because you look bad.
Yeah.
Which is very true. And it's a much more comfortable place to live at. It's a more comfortable vibration. So when you're wearing your sweatpants and you're feeling that way, just own it. Like, just own it. And know that if people are looking at you, it's because they see the inside of you, not the outside of you.
Yeah. Yeah, it was definitely a different... It was a good message. It was a good message.
Here's
for
the
sure.
card that is sitting on top.
Parenting.
So we have about 10 minutes left, and I'm going to see what messages come through about this parenting card. And it is it's number 63, which is 9 in numerology, which is the end of a cycle. So let me just tune in and see what the message is. And they're saying that we are creating new humans. We are creating humans that do not have to recover from their childhoods. You were the last generation of those. The new children coming in are the children that are here to lead with all of their light, with all of their luscious beauty. So know that the generation of children that you in your trauma have raised is now raising a new generation of children that choose not to be affected by their ancestors' traumatic energy. It's they're saying like your grandchildren will not take on the trauma that your daughter carries within her, because that's not in their souls. That's not their contract. That is over those cycles. So the only person that has to work through the trauma and the cycles is that parent, so that they can have an even flowing, loving, compassionate relationship with these new humans that are being born. So your granddaughter, your grandchildren will not inherit your daughter's trauma. Okay? So if that is a worry for you, you can wipe that out. The only thing that energy, her repeating these cycles, is going to affect is the relationship of her and her child. Because the child is saying like, Mom, I'm not putting up with your shit. Like, you're letting your trauma rule you. I know that this isn't right. I'm not going to participate in this. So it would cause friction in that. So your granddaughter is also an energy put on this earth to actually help her mother heal, to push her in the direction of healing, because the grandchild is such a high vibrational energy. She's not going to deal with it. She ain't going to put up with it. And it's going to start early. Okay,
that was going to be the next question. Is this like adulthood? Or?
No, she's not going to allow the cycles to repeat. She is going to voice her opinion. And I feel like it's as early as 2 years old. She will start saying things that you're like, whoa, how did she know that? How did she feel that? How the new, is it breed? That's the word I'm hearing. The new breed of humans will not be affected by the trauma that their parents carry.
So this would be like every new child being born.
Yes. I mean, there may be certain contracts put in place where they're like, okay, I'll carry this with me for a little bit to reflect it back to my mother, to reflect it back to my father, so that they can see the things that they are doing into this child. But yes, most of the new humans, the new breed, the evolved, they have more, it's like they have more extraterrestrial DNA in them. They got like a little boost before they came down, and they're saying like, ugh, no. I'm not dealing with your trauma. You're not going to put that in me. We, on the other hand, did not have that, right?
No.
We had to deal with our trauma so that we could get to this place that we are right now to be the leaders that we are. But our children, there's a generation in between us that has to really fight their own battles and really become the humans that they chose here to become without carrying our traumas into them.
Wow. It's really kind of cool.
Yeah, it's okay. And listen, if that doesn't prove that creator, whatever you believe the creator is has not thought of everything, like, you know, everything on this planet is put into a perfect circle. Everything completes everything. There is nothing left uncapped, right? Everything is going to have a cap on it. Everything is going to be completed. Everything is going to be finished because there's like this grand design. Like whoever created us, creator who created Earth and created the solar system, and like they created this perfect flowing system that you can't help but say, like, that's the God I believe in. Mm-hmm. Not the small little God who's here to manipulate and control humans and say, like, oh, if you don't behave, I'm going to send you to hell. Like, that's not the God that created this perfectly flowing system that creates all the end caps to everything. It doesn't allow like our cycles are only going to be allowed to be repeated for so long before that cycle ends. Like they quit it. They're saying like, no more cycles. These new children that are being born in, they're not going to be born into their parent energy. It's a perfect new beginning into the new earth because they are not carrying their parents' karma in with them. They are the leaders. They are the ones that are here to change the planet.
That's actually, it's really good to hear. Yeah. That's really good. Because I just, the endless cycles of like family trauma.
Yeah, I mean, like me and you came in under the idea, we knew that we were going to carry certain cycles before we were even born. Like, okay, so your mother carried this, your grandmother carried this, your great-grandma carried this, and not one of them was able to beat it. But I'm going to take it on because I feel like this is the life that I am here to beat the cycle, right? But the new children being born are being like, nope, they don't have to do those cycles. They don't have to do those. They are here to be the clean, pure, energetic leaders of the country, of the world.
I remember... But I thought you were just like talking about like the new baby. But right before my youngest granddaughter was born, you said that don't worry about her. She's already going to be born into 5D. Like she's already going to be part of the new earth energy. And I'm like, okay, well that's great. But like my daughter is going to, like she's still living in her trauma and stuff. So like, how is this going to play out? And then, but you just specified that all the children are pretty much being born in without having to carry any
it's like,
of this.
Okay, so there's us, our generation. We were born in the late 70s, 80s, like 70s, 80s. Mm-hmm. And then we had children that were born in the like 2000s. Those children are the last children that are carrying cycles of the past generations before them.
Wow. That's actually a relief.
Mm-hmm. It is. It's comforting also, you know, like knowing like obviously I have children too, and obviously I have implanted certain traumas within them, certain karmic cycles that they have to repeat are there because of me. So knowing that my grandchildren, if my children choose to have children, will not carry those things that I basically planted into my children by poor choices and not being aware. It feels very good.
It's almost like the end of suffering.
Yeah, it is. It's the end of a cycle. It's the end of it's like karmic completion, you know? But knowing that we all came down here knowing that we were going to carry these things. We knew that we were going to carry these things. We knew that it was the last chance for our family lineage to sort of free themselves from this karma, not having to live it out anymore.
Yeah, but we're doing our job. Like, we're healing our ancestral line. We're healing all that generational trauma. It's the trauma that we put into our children that you're like, I hope that they're able to do it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And as bad as it sounds, detaching yourself from their decisions, but always being there to empower and support. You know, we're not there to judge them. We're not judging them for the things that they're doing. We're just understanding, like, I have part. I helped her. I helped her become this way. Mm-hmm. You know, I forgive myself. I forgive but that's our part, right? We can't help their part. That's their path. But we can do all the things that we can do to release them from our part of that. I forgive myself. I forgive my, being a victim. I forgive my perpetrators. I forgive myself for making the decisions that got me to that place. I wasn't aware. I forgive myself. Going back and having a meeting with that person who made those decisions and really saying, like, hey, like, you're about to make some horrible decisions in your life, but don't worry. Everything's going to be okay because I got you. I got you, you know, like knowing that when we're making those decisions, we don't have the love and the support that we have now just within ourselves, right? I would never make the same decisions that I made in the past only because now I understand myself more. Mm-hmm. I know that I was living in fear. I know that I was living in my trauma. And so having compassion for that poor girl who's just trying to make it, just trying to survive, you know, forgiving yourself for those decisions that you made helps free a little bit of that energetic cord that we have imprinted into our children and allowing them to heal in a more a better way.
Yeah.
So that was a good channel. That was a good episode. What do we have coming up? Anything? No, nothing. There's a full moon in 2 weeks, but we'll be back next week. We just had the new moon in Capricorn, and that is really all about grounding in your next life. Like, there's a new cycle coming. What intentions are you setting in this energetic world that's happening right here that will carry you into it's your grounding, it's your things. And yeah. Also, keeps coming through dragon energy. I don't know if dragons are something that are going to be a part of this, like, fire horse energy, but the dragon energy is definitely coming in very strong. It could also be that my girlfriend calls herself a dragon, and maybe I'm just channeling that energy, but I could not close the podcast without saying something about dragon energy. So if you relate to dragons, if you feel the energy of dragons,
I have a beautiful dragon right up here.
Yeah. So dragon energy is maybe something that you need to maybe it will help you in some way, not just you, but everybody. Mm-hmm. I don't know what dragon energy carries. I'm not familiar with the dragon energy. It was always so far-fetched for me, you know, like, as I obviously I'm a channel and a psychic and a medium, but big giant skeptic, right? Big giant skeptic. And to me, dragons, come on, right?
Well, let me ask you a question. Are you ready for one last channel?
Yeah, sure, let's do it.
Okay, what is the relevance of the dragon energy at this moment?
Okay, and they're saying to carry you forward. Dragon energy is uplifting. Dragon energy is high. It is high consciousness. Also, it is playful energy, but it is also a very grounded and fast-moving, fiery energy. So the energy that you are feeling within the dragon realm is going to help you and carry you forward into the year of the horse. Not everyone will feel familiar familiar with the dragon energy, so it will feel like anxiety in some people's bodies. But if you are feeling pulled, if you are feeling magnetized to dragons, dragon statues, dragon, whatever this dragon energy is within your life, we ask you to do some research and tune in to the dragon energy. You could do it in your meditations. You can do it in your morning meetings with yourself. Tune into the dragon energy. It is going to be very helpful in this new cycle that is beginning. It will fast and furious. It will carry you. It will carry you. It will help you get into the next cycle, I guess. So embrace the dragon.
I love it.
So funny. I was looking on this card to see if there was a dragon there, but there's not. It's a volcano. I was gonna pee myself. Okay, have a good week. Have a good weekend. We love you so much. We'll see you next time.
Thank you. Bye.